When your cat climbs onto your chest, curls up and falls asleep, do you actually know what they're trying to say? Most people assume it's a simple equation. Cats get cold, you are warm, end of story. But behind that physical closeness is something much deeper that most people miss. In fact, choosing to sleep directly on top of you is one of the most emotionally loaded things your cat can do. If you misunderstand it, which most owners do, you could be missing profound messages your cat has been trying to send you for years. Today, we are going to look at the secret language of your sleeping cat. We will uncover what it means when they press their paws into your heart, why they silently stare at you in the dark, and what it truly signifies if they suddenly stop sleeping on you. Let's start with the biggest myth of all. Why does your cat actually sleep on your chest? If you think it is just to steal your body heat, you are underestimating your cat. Cats are incredibly resourceful when it comes to finding heat. They could easily choose sunny spots, laptops, radiators, or laundry fresh from the dryer. If warmth was all they wanted, they have plenty of options. So why do they keep choosing you? Because sleep is when a cat is at their absolute most defenseless. Every wild instinct they have screams at them to find somewhere hidden, somewhere safe, somewhere no predator could possibly reach. Instead, they walk past every quiet corner in your home and climb directly onto the chest of a human 15 times their size. That is not about temperature, that is trust on a level most owners never fully realize. A study in animal cognition found that cats form attachment styles with their owners similar to how infants bond with their caregivers. In fact, researchers at Oregon State University ran an attachment study showing that over 60% of cats exhibit a secure attachment style with their humans. When your cat chooses your chest as their bed, they are telling you something they cannot say out loud. You make them feel safe enough to let their guard down completely. You are not just a human to them. You are their safe place, the one presence that tells their entire nervous system that everything is okay. Have you ever been napping on the couch and suddenly felt a soft paw pressing into your chest or tapping your face? You probably thought your cat was being annoying or trying to wake you up for food. But what if I told you they were actually checking to see if you were still alive? This sounds dramatic, but it is real. Cats are hyper-aware of movement and breathing patterns. When you fall asleep, your breathing slows and deepens, and to your cat, this shift is highly noticeable. That gentle paw on your chest is them feeling for the rise and fall of your breath. Researchers who study animal behavior call this a wellness check. This behavior is deeply rooted in survival instinct. In the wild, cats live in small social groups where monitoring each other keeps everyone safe. If something is wrong, they need to know. When your cat taps your chest at night, they are running that exact same ancient survival code on you. They're making sure the favorite person in the world is still okay. Before your cat settles down to sleep on your chest, you might notice them doing something strange, pressing their paws into your blankets or directly into your skin, almost like they are making invisible bread. Most people think this kneading is just a quirky comfort thing left over from kittenhood, when they needed their mother's belly to stimulate milk flow. But there is so much more going on. When your cat kneads your chest, they are doing something incredibly intentional. Cats have scent glands in their paw pads. Every time they press down on your chest, they are releasing pheromones and leaving invisible chemical markers behind. They are marking you. In cat language, they are saying, "This is ours, you are mine." Furthermore, when they sleep pressed against you, they are blending your scent with theirs. In the wild, cats who belong to the same colony share a communal scent. It is how they recognize family and signal that someone is safe. When your cat weaves their smell into yours night after night on your chest, they're performing an ancient ritual. They're telling the world and themselves that you belong to each other. If this deeper look into your cat's mind is making sense to you, hit that like button and subscribe. It is the best way to help us reach more cat parents who actually care about understanding their cats. Did you know that your cat might view themselves as your personal bodyguard? Even a small, pampered house cat still carries the instincts of a predator, and predators understand threats. When your cat positions themselves on your chest or right beside your head at night, part of them believes they are standing guard. This behavior goes back thousands of years. In wild cat colonies, members take turns watching over each other during rest. It is a matter of survival. Your cat hasn't forgotten this code. When they sleep near your head or over your heart, they are strategically protecting your most vulnerable areas. Something deep in their wiring says, "This human is mine to protect." They have assigned themselves a post, and every single night they show up for duty. Sleeping directly on your chest gives your cat a front row seat to your emotional state. Because they are resting right over your lungs and heart, they can monitor your heart rate, your restlessness, and your breathing patterns. Cats are incredibly tuned into the people they are bonded with. When you are stressed, your body releases cortisol, your movements shift, and your breathing changes. Your cat picks up on all of it. Night after night, while they sleep on your chest, they are gathering information. They are learning what your healthy baseline feels like. This is why some cats become extra affectionate and refuse to leave your chest when you are sick, anxious, or grieving. They know something is off, and they are responding to real signals you are giving off. Perhaps the most beautiful thing about your cat sleeping on you at night is the biological sacrifice they make to do it. Cats are naturally crepuscular. This means their bodies are hardwired to be most active at dawn and dusk, the exact hours when their wild ancestors hunted. By their very nature, a cat's schedule shouldn't line up with yours at all. But bonded cats do something remarkable. They override their own biology. Researchers have found that cats living closely with humans gradually shift their sleep and wake cycles to mirror their owners. They stay awake longer during the day, and they sleep more deeply at night on your chest, not because it is natural for them, but because that is when you are available. Your cat's entire internal clock, built over thousands of years of evolution, gets rewritten just so they can spend more time existing in your world. When you are deep in sleep with your cat resting on your chest, they sometimes perform acts of love you were never meant to see. For example, you might wake up with your hair slightly damp. That is because your cat may be quietly grooming your hair in the dark. This is called allo grooming, and in feline social groups, it is an intimate act reserved exclusively for cats who share a deep bond and truly trust each other. By grooming you, they are treating you like family. Even more surprisingly, behaviorists using low-light cameras have observed cats approaching their sleeping owners, sitting quietly on or beside their chest, and performing a slow blink. The slow blink means, "I trust you completely. I feel safe with you." They perform this highly vulnerable gesture at your sleeping face, even though no one is watching and you will never see it. They aren't doing it for food or a reaction. They are expressing their deepest affection in silence, in the dark. Because sleeping on your chest is such a massive display of trust, you need to pay attention if it ever stops. If your cat has been sleeping on you for months or years and they suddenly stop, do not ignore it. Cats are creatures of habit, and breaking this pattern is a major communication. Sometimes the reason is physical pain. Cats instinctively hide when illness or discomfort makes them feel vulnerable. If your cat suddenly wants to sleep alone, a vet visit is worth considering. Other times it is environmental, like a change in routine or a new pet. The key is to watch and listen. Your cat chose to sleep on your chest because they trusted you completely. That nightly ritual was never a small thing to them, and it shouldn't be a small thing to you either.